I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's Daily Review. Today is Monday, March 27, 2023. We got this candle here, and week opened up, little gap, but came back into its previous day candle and rushed for the first option that we mentioned, which would have came to the open of this daily candle on Wednesday the 22nd of March. And let's go into a smaller time frame here. Really the bigger time frames are pretty difficult to deal with. Jeez. But what is a 1 minute? You go to a 5 minute. I'm going straight to a 5 minute. So you will see here, small range day, and today, as far as like a Monday goes, we want to take our time, let the market play out, show its hand and all that. You don't want to be jumping in early. Scalps is fine, but you got to remember to get out. You want to wait for 9:30 to 10 o'clock to kind of show what's going on. Price opened up here, came back, took out Asia's high in London, and then shot down for a previous day on March 16 opening gap, which was a big gap. Shot down to it nicely. Order flow started kicking in, and our intention is to take it up. Well, I'm gonna go to 1 hour. This right here is the high. Man, I don't know why they started doing that like that. But this was that high here that I was mentioning. So we had that 1 hour imbalance that got filled. That I had that marked yesterday. I watched previous videos, so they make sense. So after that, we have that high, and then we had that open that the open of Tuesday high, which would have been that day of FOMC. And if I go back to the daily, you can see that that's that day right there, because we have this wick here. So we knew price would kind of come in here as an objective. Let me go back to the 5 minute. Oh my God, it's so ugly all the time. Not sure why they do that. But you'll see here that when we opened up at 9:30, price came up, took out that high, and then got real close to that open. Real close, but it didn't close it. Price shot down, took out, saw liquidity here, and then if you're looking at structure, you know, this is a higher high, this is a higher low, it's a higher high. Where's your higher low? Well, you want to come down to some type of retracement. We have this 5 minute here, wide open on an imbalance, and we have that block. So price comes into it. So before that obviously happens, taking a sell here, and I got to go to 1 minute. And I caught this on a 2 minute actually. So take a look here. You'll see when the price came down, took that liquidity, came up, didn't break up. So no, that was a lower high. That's showing me that we're going to just take out more liquidity and get into some type of, which was that 5 minute that I showed you. And when we came down, we left an imbalance on the 2 minute right there. I believe you can see it on the 5 minute too, but I caught it on the 2 minute. And you'll see here, we have not only that imbalance, but then we have this gap. See this gap between these two candles here? And sure enough, acts of course as resistance. Price tags into it, and then you put your stop loss above that imbalance candle generally. And good risk to reward, and not as big as I wanted to, but once it taps in, you're in. And let me go to a 1 minute because it's just not how I saw the rest. But so you see here, when we took that, you have that imbalance there with that gap still on the 1 minute, the same gap. Price peaks in, breaks down, okay, and then comes right back to retest. This block holds, so you could have sold again. Then we got another breakdown here, we have this imbalance, and then we have this imbalance. Man, I wish it wouldn't highlight like that. So this one was good enough here. You could have took a sell from there because it peaks in, and then price breaks down again, makes another lower low, has a big imbalance, and jumps right into it. Could have been a seller again. Now we took it to this area here. Once we're here, here's the deal. So once we're down here, and I'm already taking my trades. First of all, the day of the dollar is kind of going down already. So we already know the flow of the dollar is down. Plus, if you look at this big candle on the previous Friday, this past Friday's big candle, we opened up. We knew they were going to retrace into the candle, right? So we're having a bearish day, and I had sort of like a target here and this low here, somewhere here that we would come reach back to. But more importantly, we had I should have mentioned this first. To take the sell, the original sell, we had a divergence on ES or S&P, and we had a lower high here, and we had a lower high here, we had a higher high here, and we had a higher high here. So I think I drew it in the wrong spot. Yeah, it was this one. So this was up in the wrong spot. That was your divergence there for the lower high on Dow Jones. So that was another piece of confluence for the sell. Once we got down here, we had Dow Jones also diverging up, while we had taken out lows and taken out lows here for NASDAQ and ES. So when we were down here, we're letting price play out. So I've already got 80% out, but letting price play out, and then boom, nice shift to the upside, but still came back down and took out liquidity again. Got caught right here on this block right here, ran right through it, and then, but I know we're buying because at this point Dow Jones came down and took that when we had a divergence here on this section. This higher low was made with Dow, and then they got taken out. So this implements the buy, continuous buy, and price breaks up again, comes right back in. Now these imbalances look good and all that, but the problem is that it's the kind of day it is. It's a slow day, and you want a bigger retracement to catch if you're staying bullish. So that's what this move was right here. Went right back into the imbalance, taps this 1 minute block. Take a look, and then you're a buyer. Then price comes back up, comes back down, gets into this wick, almost 50% generally. That's another buy right there, technically. And then price breaks up again, leaves this imbalance here, and price comes up, doesn't take out that high yet, because I'm aiming for this high, because we have that opening day level, plus a previous day. This was this highlighted right here. It's a previous day gap right there. See that? So that confluence aiming up is what our direction is to come take out the buy. So the price comes back down, comes into this imbalance really nice. All right, takes out liquidity here, which is perfectly fine. Shakes out, but then comes down into this imbalance, and then finally shoots for the target. So grinding day, but let's go back to a 1 hour, and here's what we're left with. I mean, you got to be nimble here, because we're in an area that it could just do a lot of shaking out, a lot of consolidation, and we have news this week, I believe. Where are you? Yeah, right here we have Tuesday at 10 o'clock, consumer confidence tomorrow. We have pending sales on Wednesday, but that's not really big of a deal. But then we have this final GDP Thursday, and then on Friday we have core PCE. But the general thing is that you want to have your basic targets and you want to take the profits. I mean, this is not anything you want to hold. I mean, we're still on the bullish side, right? But it's taking its time, and that's going to be where the manipulation happens. So you got to really take your time. I still have what am I on, the 1 hour? So I still have reasons to want to come down here, but it's just not going to happen that quick, obviously. So because we keep going bullish every time. So this is definitely going to be a nice target later, but however long that takes, we still have some of this wick that we could get into. We still have this high right there, but now we have this low, we have this low, and on a 4 hour, you'll see here that we have this big imbalance right there. So on the downside, that would be where we end up going as far as the target goes. But we're just hanging around here. It's been a little choppy. So, but nice call coming up to that open. It's a typical thing that the algorithm does. And then again, we have this wick. So we'll see how this goes. And I don't really have much else I can mention. Going to a daily chart here. I'm just going with the flow and using small ideas that I have. But now that we're going to close here, we have a big price imbalance here, which you'll see that on the 4 hour probably. Let me see, in this day, did we have it? No, yeah, so it'll be the previous day. So on the 4 hour, I mean, we got some, I see just taking out the lows. You know what I mean? I can't really call it at this point, so which is not usual, but right now we're still holding bullish. This is a bottom of a range. It is accumulation range, and does it come up here and take that out with the news? Possible, because of consumer, confidence and all that. Who knows? But we might see some more pricing on the upside before we come to the downside, because I know we're coming to the downside. Just it's not going to do it on my time. All right, so I hope this helps. You guys take care and God bless.